you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and this is Pointless, the quiz show where you've got to score low to win big. Let's meet today's players. Welcome back, Jill and Jess. You were on the last show. Everyone, of course, gets 2 chances to reach the Pointless final, and this is your second chance. Remind us how you did.
We got to the head-to-head, and then we got knocked out. A question about which planets you can see from Earth.
You were furious about that. Poor Jill. I thought Jill was brilliant. She named a star. She went out on a limb. That's what you have to do on this show. You have to go out on a limb. And it cost her dear. Have you forgiven her yet? Just about. Best of luck.
Thank you.
This afternoon.
Thank you.
Robert and Nathan, welcome to you. How do you two know each other?
We are father and son.
God, you are father and son. Look at you. You are.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't like people say I look like him. No.
I don't like him very much.
Oh, well, OK, fair enough. Now, and Robert, you were a referee.
Yes.
And Nathan, you now are a referee.
Rugby referee, yeah.
A rugby referee?
Yeah.
You must have nerves of steel to do that, Nathan.
Yes,
Nerves of
you have
steel.
to, yeah. You take your fair share of abuse.
Nathan, what's your secret?
Block everybody out and you're always right. Remember, even when you're wrong, you're right.
You're right.
When you're wrong today, you're going to be wrong, I'm afraid.
That's a shame. Yeah.
Yes, I'm afraid that is a shame. But best of luck. I'm sure you're not going to be wrong. And welcome to Gillian and Leslie. How do you two know each other?
Well, we're sisters, so we've lived together forever.
And where are you from?
We're from South Shields, it's near Newcastle.
You're from Newcastle. So that's where I'm from as well.
Really?
Oh, that's right, I'm north of that, from Northumberland, actually, me.
Good accent.
I'm from Rathbury. That's how you pronounce it properly. Rathbury.
We don't sound like that.
No. Not Newcastle. Didn't sound like that there, but Northumberland talk like that. Do all the R's in the back of the throat, like that.
I can honestly say I haven't understood any of the last 2 minutes. Either of you. There's nothing.
Right, well, I'll be looking out for you.
Thank you.
And finally, we've got Gavin and Louise. How do you two know each other?
We met 25 years ago in my parents' pub when I was very unpleasant to Gav twice, and luckily he's got...
Twice?
Twice.
What did you do?
I can't say on TV, but it was not very nice what I said to him.
Anyway, and he's forgiven you?
Well, he's got a bit of a stubborn streak, thankfully, and he persevered, and we've now been married for 23 years and 2 grown-up children.
Oh, well, that's fantastic. Well done, and very best of luck to you on the show this afternoon. We'll find out more about all of you throughout the show, but there is just one more person for me to introduce. He is the complete and unabridged guide to obscurity. Yeah, he's my pointless friend. He's Richard.
Oh, yeah. Hello. We've only got one returning pair today, so it's a wide open game, although Jill and Jess were rather good last time, weren't they?
They were.
Until Jill couldn't name a planet.
That's right.
But we got quite a tough first question and then a spectacularly easy second question, I would say. So if you can hold on to the second question, you'll be fine. But good luck with the first one.
Very good. Now, we've put all our questions to 100 people before the show, but this is pointless, so we're after the obscure answers that they didn't get. To stay in the game with a chance of winning our jackpot, all our players need to do is score as few points as they possibly can. What everyone's looking to, of course, is find a pointless answer. That's an answer that none of our 100 people gave, and each time that happens, we will add £250 to the jackpot. Now, nobody won the jackpot last time, so we add another £1,000 to that. So today's jackpot starts off at £4,000. OK, let's play Pointless. In the first round, each of you must give me one answer, and you cannot confer with your partner. Whichever team has the highest score at the end of the round will be eliminated. And do be careful, because if anyone gives me an incorrect answer, you will score the maximum of 100 points. OK, our first category this afternoon is politics. Thanks, Richard. Politics. Can we all decide in our pairs, please, who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the first question is. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many countries of the G20 as they could. Countries of the G20. Jess, pleased with that? Richard?
Yeah, we're looking for any of the countries who make up the economic summit group known as the G20 or Group of 20. Do you know how many countries there are in G20?
Is it 19, Richard?
It is 19, actually, because the EU is the 20th. So there are 19 countries in the G20. We're looking for the most obscure. Yeah,
I was being glib.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, I was being really...
Well, you were right.
Excellent, I was right. Spot on.
Very clever.
Complete blue. Right, Jess and Jill, you all drew lots before the show, and today you get to go first, which means, Jess, you are the first person to stand up and face this question. How good is your geopolitical grasp?
Well, when you said that, he looked at me and he said, I looked happy with that. And
You were grinning.
Yeah.
That's the universal sign of happiness.
It was a nervous grin.
Oh, I see, right.
nervous grin.
Also, yes, universal sign of nerves as well.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be?
England.
England and a shrug.
Well, it's obviously going to be, if it's even right.
Okay, let's see if that is a correct answer, and if it is, let's see how many people said England. Bad luck, Jess. I'm afraid England is an incorrect answer, which means you score a maximum of 100 points. Richard, England.
Yeah, unlucky. We'll go into the reasons why that's an incorrect answer at the end of the round.
Like what you're doing there.
Thank you.
Okay, now Nathan. Nathan, how good is your G20 knowledge?
Knowledge of politics is generally pretty good. G20, I could name some obscure countries that might be in there.
That's probably how you're going to have to do it.
Yes, but I don't want to score 100.
Robert's looking a little bit worried, but he's putting a sort of brave smile on things.
Therefore, I'm going to attempt to play it relatively safe
Okay.
and go for Canada.
Canada, you're saying? Let's see if that's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Canada for Nathan. It's right. Very good. That scores you 15 points. Canada, Richard.
Yeah, Canada, very good. In 2010, the G20 summit was in Toronto.
It's basically, you just have to think of somewhere where recently there have been massive riots.
But that's everywhere, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Bad luck. Right, Gillian.
Yes.
What is the most obscure country in the G20 that you can think of?
Right, I know a couple of obvious ones. So I'm going to go for, instead, France.
France.
Yes.
Okay, you're hoping to score as few points as possible. Let's see if France is correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said France. There it is, it's right. 52, Gillian scores with that. 52, Richard.
Yeah, it's a very big score. They'll chair the G20 in 2011. I'll ask you at the end of the round what the more obvious ones you were thinking of.
Okay, thanks, Richard. And finally, Louise. Oh, Louise. Is that, you're laughing out of just overbrimming with confidence?
Absolutely.
You're
yeah.
just thinking
I
which
know
of
all
the
them.
obscure ones
Yeah, haven't got a clue.
to pull out. Okay.
Right, we'll go for something that's fairly obvious, but hopefully right. USA.
The USA. Okay, you're hoping that the USA will be obvious enough to be right, but obscure enough not to score you too high. Okay, let's see if it's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said the USA. It's right. Not bad at all. 44, less than France. How come less than France?
I know it's called less than
Weird.
France. It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, pointless. Right, we're halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores as they stand. Well, Jill and Jess. Oh, bad luck.
I had no clue. I didn't know that one.
Bad luck. Jill, you've got work to do on the next pass if you're going to stay on beyond this round. Robert and Nathan, fabulous answer there from Nathan. 15, lovely low score. Keep that up, Robert. You should be through to the next round. Gillian and Leslie, not bad. Gavin and Louise, not bad. Some all around the sort of midway point there. Really, the one who's got to work hard is Jill in this next pass. OK, we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? So, Gavin, you are on 44. Not a bad answer from Louise. You want to score 55 or less with this answer to make sure you are in the next round. We are looking for the countries of the G20.
I'm going to have to play fairly safe, and I'll go for Japan.
Japan, you are saying. OK, here's your red line. Below that red line, you are definitely through to the next round. Let's see if Japan's right, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Japan. It's right. Well done, Gavin. 20, that scores you. Good answer, giving you a total of 64. Japan, Richard.
Yeah, a good answer. It's the third largest global economy, so very, very much a member of the G20.
Right, Leslie, you are on 52. You want to score 47 or less with this answer to make sure you're in the next round, which Richard says is going to be a fun round.
Okay, well, I don't have a clue at all, but I'm just going to try and go for Spain.
OK, you're hoping that Spain is going to score you 47 or less. Here's your red line. Below that, you're through. You confident?
Not at all.
Let's see how many people said Spain and if it is a correct answer. Spain. Oh, no. Bad luck. I'm afraid that is an incorrect answer, which gives you 100 points, taking your total up to 152. You are the new high scorers. Richard.
Yeah, that's really bad luck. They can't be far off that list, but they're not one of the largest global economies in the world. People don't drink sangria anymore, do they?
No.
We haven't heard much from Julio Iglesias lately.
No, it's just looking so bleak for Spain.
Still, at least they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
That's something, isn't it? That will cheer them up.
And they won Wimbledon.
And Wimbledon, yeah.
Olé! It's all looking great for Spain. We've just gone through this in the space of the last 30 seconds. Well done, Spain. Bad luck, Leslie. Robert. So remember, we are looking for countries of the G20. Robert, whatever happens, come what may, Nathan's canny answering in the first pass ensures your place in the next round. Whatever you say, you won't overtake Leslie and Gillian's high score. Bearing that in mind, what are you going to say?
In view of that, I think I'll try and take a fly and see if we can get a pointless.
Good.
Let's try Mexico.
Mexico. Nathan looks like he just swallowed something he didn't particularly like. So remember, we are looking for countries of the G20. Let's see if the Mexican economy can get them in there. There's no red line for you, because it doesn't matter what you say. You're through, come what may. Let's see if Mexico is correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Mexico. It's right. Oh, spectacular answer, Robert. It scores you 2, taking your total up to 17. Very impressive low score. Richard.
Yeah, great answer, Robert. That's the way to play the game. It's the 11th largest global economy in Mexico.
Very good. Now, Jill, you are on 100. You have to score 51 or less. 51 or less, you can do that.
I'm going to go for an obvious one.
OK. You have to score 51 or less. Just going to reiterate
I
that.
know, but it's either an obvious one and score high or an obscure one and get 100. The obvious one and say Germany.
You're going to say Germany. There's your red line. Jess, not sure if Germany's going to do it. You have to go below that red line to stay on for the next round. Let's see how many people said it. Germany. Oh, you had to score 51 or less. You scored 51. Oh, wow. Fantastic answer. Taking your total up to 151.
Yeah, that's as close as it gets. Very well done. So 51, unbelievably, Gillian's answer, France, was the top answer. The top answer of all of those G20. So it beat the USA, it beat Germany. It also beat United Kingdom, which is what we would have had to accept, not England. So that's why we didn't accept that answer. But France, the top of all. Okay, so Gillian, when you said France, you said you were thinking of some more obvious ones. What other
I thought the USA and the United Kingdom would have been.
And it's incredible. And both of those would have seen you through to the second round, but I would have gone for France above those. But that's really unlucky. There are 3 pointless answers here, and then I'll go through some of the other low-scoring ones. Indonesia is a member of the G20. That was pointless. Saudi Arabia, pointless. And South Korea, also pointless. Very well done if you've got any of those at home. Some of the other lower-scoring ones, we've had Mexico already. There's Argentina, there's Turkey, India, Brazil, Australia, South Africa, then you get onto the bigger ones. And we've already heard the 3 top answers. They were the United Kingdom, 46, then Germany, which just saw you through to the second round with 51, and then France, which just saw you out of the second round on 52.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. So at the end of round 1, the losing pair with the highest score, I'm sorry to say, is Leslie and Gillian. Bad luck. So it's French.
Yeah, it was French.
They let you down. They will.
They will, won't they? And the Spanish.
They'll let you down. Not the Germans, though. Dependable. Reliable. Leslie and Gillian, what have you learnt from your time on Pointless?
Never go to Spain.
Exactly. Remember that, kids. Leslie, because you're coming back. You're coming back. It's not the end of the world. We'll see you again.
Hopefully there'll be better subjects next time.
Such a shame to say goodbye to you so early on, but we will see you again next time. Everyone gets 2 shots at the Pointless final, so hopefully you'll be in for longer next time. But thanks so much for playing, Leslie and Gillian. Great to meet you. For the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Now, obviously, there's only room for 2 pairs in the head-to-head, so one team's going to be leaving us at the end of this round. OK, your category for round 2 is music. Music. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second?
Yeah, OK.
And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And the question is novelty songs and their artists. Brilliant. Novelty songs and their artists. In this round, we're about to show you the names of some novelty songs. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to tell us who originally sang them. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to give you the names of 6 songs on each pass. Obviously, the more obscure the song, the fewer points you're going to score. If you give us an incorrect answer at any point, you'll score 100 points. And at home, see if you can get all 6.
OK, the first 6 are The Chicken Song, Combine Harvester, The Elements, Birdie Song, Barbie Girl, Ullo John Got a New Motor. I'll read those again. The Chicken Song, Combine Harvester, The Elements, Birdie Song, Barbie Girl, Ullo John Got a New Motor. Right, we are looking for the people who originally sang these songs. Jess, what sort of music do you like, Jess?
Not that kind.
What are your hobbies generally?
I'm a hockey player. Lots of sport.
When you and Jill got your team together, you were going to say, I'll take
It would be me
sport.
taking sport,
I'll take sport and any novelty hit singles.
Well,
And Jill, you can do the rest.
yeah, that's right.
Well, it's novelty hit singles.
Yeah. This show's not making me look very intelligent.
I'm not sure this really is going to make you look intelligent if you know the answers either. But do you know your music? Is music something you're interested in?
I thought I did until I saw those titles, and I'm going to go with Barbie Girl.
You're going to go with Barbie Girl.
Yeah, and this is a guess, I think. I'm going to say H2O.
H2O.
Yeah.
H2O. You're not happy with that at all, are you? Tormented inside you are over H2O and their fantastic song, or not, Barbie Girl. We've got Barbie Girl by H2O. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people knew that H2O sang Barbie Girl. Bad luck. I'm afraid that's an incorrect answer, which means you score the maximum of 100 points. H2O, Barbie Girl, incorrect.
It is incorrect. Now, obviously, I won't tell you the answer in case one of the other pairs wants to have a go at that one.
OK, right. Robert, this is playing right to your strengths, Robert. It's the category you were praying for. There it is.
I was hoping some different songs are going to come up there, more in my era, but never mind, we'll try what we got.
Where are you from, Robert?
From Llanharan.
Llanharan?
Yes. Well done.
Very good.
How is that? Llanharan?
Very impressive.
Yes, my wife's Welsh. My mother-in-law speaks Welsh. That's her first language.
Getting back to the matters at hand, I guess.
I guess, sorry, yes, I meant to say that, aren't I? Sorry, yes. Leading you off. Leading you a merry dance.
I thought it was going to be right then, Jess, but I realised then what I think it is. I think Barbie Girl is by Aqua. And that's,
You just, yes, she came up with the
and that's I think where it's gone wrong. So I think it's Aqua as the artist. So I'll go with that.
Aqua. Very good. And let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that Aqua sang Barbie Girl. Well done, Robert. Not a bad score. Very good. Really impressed that you knew that, Robert. 37 it scores you.
Yeah, you're sort of tempted to admit you didn't know that, weren't you? You almost couldn't bring yourself to say it. Sold over 1 million copies in 1997. And I think it's the first time we've ever had an incorrect answer, which is the chemical symbol for a correct answer. I think. I'll get some of the backroom boys to check that out.
Yeah, do. Hang on. Make sure the backroom boys didn't sing any of these. I think they did. OK, very good. We are looking for the people who originally sang these novelty hits. Now, Louise, I know that you're longing to throw yourself in, get among those.
My son's going to kill me for not remembering who did Combine Harvester when we were only singing it the other day.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Where were you singing it the other day?
On our way down to Devon and Cornwall.
See, that's
so
nice.
it's,
You sing in the
as
car?
we crossed the border, we had a
Very
song.
good. I like that.
But I'm going to go for, I don't think it's right, but Hello John Got a New Motor, I think, was Alexi Sale.
Alexi Sale, Hello John Got a New Motor. Let's see if that's right, and if it is, let's see how many people knew that Alexi Sale sang Hello John Got a New Motor. Well, it is right. Look at that, 11. What a brilliant score, Louise. Alexi Sale gets you 11 points.
Yeah, so that's a great answer. Alexi Sale says he's very proud to have the only top 20 hit in history to mention the word Peckham. Let's take a look at the rest of the board. What do you think, Alexander? The Combine Harvester, who is that by?
That was the Wurzels.
It is the Wurzels. That's exactly right. Became a huge hit after Noel Edmonds championed it. One of the many things we have to thank Noel for. The chicken song?
Well, it was on Spitting Image, but what was it?
It was credited to Spitting Image.
Good.
Yeah, it would have scored you 16 points. Written by Grant and Naylor, who went on to write Red Dwarf. The Elements.
Tom Lehrer.
It is Tom Lehrer, yeah, it's him essentially reciting the elements. And the Birdie song. Everyone knows the Birdie song, but it would have only scored you 1 point because most people can't remember who recorded it. Who had a big hit with the Birdie song?
They might have been called the Tweets or something like that.
They were called the Tweets. Very well done. Very well done. And well done if you got that at home.
OK, we are halfway through the round, so let's take a look at the scores. Wow. Jill and Jess. Once again, Jill, Jess has left you with a mountain to climb. Nathan, walk in the park for you, and Gavin, walk in the park for you. Two lovely low scores from Robert and Louise, respectively, there. So we're going to come back down the line. Can the second players please take their places at the podium? OK, we're going to put 6 more novelty hits on the board, and here they are. Do the Bartman, Star Trekkin', Can We Fix It, Doctor in the TARDIS, Snooker Loopy, Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. I'll do those again. Do the Bartman, Star Trekkin', Can We Fix It, Doctor in the TARDIS, Snooker Loopy, Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. Now remember, we are looking for the people who originally sang those songs, and you're trying to find the one that the fewest of our 100 people knew. So, Gavin, I'm in your spot for choice there, aren't you? Your score is 11. You're the low scorers here. You have to score 88 or less to be through to the head-to-head. Easy. You remember some of these, don't you, Gavin?
Oh, I love music, but...
Novelty music, you see.
More a country music fan, so...
Do you know what? Something about you told me that you were a country music fan. I can't think... What might it have been?
I think I'm going to go for Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West, and Benny Hill.
Benny Hill, Ernie. There's your red line. Below that red line, you're through to the head-to-head. Fastest milkman in the West. Let's see if that's correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said Ernie. Well done. 42, that scores you, taking your total up to 53. Ernie.
Yeah, pretty big score. It was #1 in 1971. And do you know it was chosen by David Cameron as one of his Desert Island discs?
All right, Nathan, you are on 37.
Yes.
Robert scored you a fantastic 37 by plucking Aqua out of thin air.
Yes.
Now, that's a trick. How good is your pop trivia knowledge?
Pop music, yes. Pop novelty songs, not so much.
Not so much.
Having said that, when I was little, I'm still little now, as you'll see by my height, but
Come now. You're less tall.
when I was young,
Yes.
I seem to remember my parents playing in the car Star Trekkin' because I loved it as a kid. And I believe, plucking it from the back of my brain, I think the artist is The Firm.
Firm. I'm never going to argue with a referee. There's your red line, Nathan. If The Firm sees you below that red line, you are through to the head-to-head. OK, let's see if The Firm, Star Trekkin', is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. It's right. You are through. That was going all the way down. That scores you 3, Nathan, and a pat on the back from your father. and takes your total up to 40. Richard?
Yeah, very good answer. You see, Robert, when you were sitting in that car thinking, please make this stop, make it stop, little were you to know that about 20 years later, it might actually make you some money. Yeah, it was Star Trek was turned down by 30 record companies and then went on to sell over 1 million copies worldwide in 1987.
Do you think if you were one of the companies that turned it down, you'd still think, I'm so glad we didn't?
Yeah, I think you would.
I'm so glad we didn't pick that.
So glad we didn't have to listen to that endlessly in our offices.
OK, so now the moment of truth. Well, it's not the moment of truth, I'm afraid, Jill. The writing is on the wall. You are the high scorers even before your answer. But you could leave a nice little legacy by plucking a pointless answer maybe off that board, if there is such a thing.
Well, I'm guessing Do the Bartman is an obvious answer to being one of the Simpsons. Can We Fix It is an obvious one. But I'm going to go for Snooker Loopy, which might be, people might not have heard. And I think that was Chaz and Dave, but I'm not sure.
Chaz and Dave. OK, well, there's no red line for you, obviously. Let's see, though, if Snooker Loopy, Chaz and Dave might be a pointless answer. You could leave 250 quid for the remaining pairs. OK, Chaz and Dave, let's see if that's right and how many people said it. It's right. People knew that. That gives you a total, Jill and Jess, of 110. Richard?
Yeah, it's not a pointless answer, but it's a very good answer. It's a very good way to finish. Chaz and Dave and the Matchroom Mob. Unbelievably, it's still the only top 10 single that Willie Thorne has ever had. Let's take a look at the other ones on the board. There's a couple of big ones there. Can We Fix It, of course, is...
Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder, yeah, that would have scored you 68 points. Do the Bartman.
Bart Simpson.
It's just credited to The Simpsons, actually. It would have scored you 27. And Doctor in the TARDIS is a pointless answer, so well done if you got that at home. Do you remember who that's by?
No.
Anybody?
Time Lords.
By the Time Lords, exactly. The band who were later to be KLF, but they were the Time Lords at the time. Would have been a pointless answer.
No, they went on to be KLF.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
OK, thanks, Richard. At the end of round two, the losing pair with the highest score is Jill and Jess. Where's the justice in this? You were through to the head-to-head last time. This time, round two.
Wrong subjects.
Wrong subjects. Anyway, sorry to be saying goodbye to you right now, but you've been fantastic contestants. Thanks for playing. But for the remaining two pairs, things are about to get even more exciting now as we enter the head-to-head. So well done, Robert and Nathan, Gavin and Louise, you've made it through to the head-to-head. Now, obviously, only one pair can make it through to today's final and play for the jackpot, which currently stands, in case you'd forgotten, at £4,000. OK, you're now going head-to-head on the best of 3 questions. You are now allowed to confer. All you have to do is pick an answer that scores less than the opposing pair, and you will win that point. The first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for today's jackpot. OK, let's play Pointless. And here is your first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many places mentioned in Churchill's "We Shall Fight" speech as they could. Richard.
Yeah, this is in reference to Churchill's famous "We Shall Fight" speech from the 4th of June 1940. And there were 8 places where he said, "We shall fight." And you need to give us the most obscure. And again, at home, see if you can get all 8. It's a tough question, but a good one.
Wow, 8 places. Robert and Nathan, because you've played best throughout the show so far, you get to go first.
We're going to have to go for it. It'll be high. We have to go for it. Go on.
OK.
Yeah, it's only one I really know, or at least I hope I know it anyway, so I'm going to plump for this, but...
We.
We. Plump. Another black mark.
I don't want to take the credit for this.
One more of those, Robert, and you'll be off. 3 minutes on the bicycle.
So I'm going to go for beaches.
OK, beaches it is. Gavin and Louise. OK, we are looking for places in which Winston Churchill said we would fight them.
We're too young to remember. Just we'll go for C.
You're going to go for C?
Yeah.
OK. Robert and Nathan have gone for beaches. Gavin and Louise for C. Let's see if beaches is correct. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Beaches. It's right. 74. As we suspected, quite a high-scoring one there. OK, we are looking for places in which Winston Churchill said we would fight them. Gavin and Louise have gone for the C. Let's see if that's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said the sea. It's right. There we are. It beats the beaches. It really beats the beaches. 13. Well done. A good guess, it turns out. So after the first question, it is 1-0 to Gavin and Louise. Richard.
Yeah, very good answer. On the seas and oceans, he said, we'll fight them. There were 5 other answers that would have beaten it, though. He'd been Prime Minister less than a month when he made this speech. Let's take a look at places. On the landing grounds would have got you 2 points. In France, that would have got you 3 points. In the hills, that's 7 points. In the streets, 9 points. Then in the fields, that would have scored you 10 points. On the seas and oceans, 13. In the air, 20. And on the beaches, of course, there was 74. Very well done if you got all those at home.
OK, so after the first question, it is 1-0 to Gavin and Louise. Robert and Nathan, you have to win this next point to stay in the game. Gavin and Louise, you win this next point, you are through to the final and a chance to play for that £4,000 jackpot. OK, here is the second question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many most widely spoken languages as they could. Richard.
Yeah, we're looking for any of the top 10 most widely spoken languages in the world, and that's spoken as a first language as of 2010.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Gavin and Louise, you get to go first this time. OK, we have an answer from Gavin and Louise.
We're going to go for Mandarin.
Mandarin. Robert and Nathan?
We'll go for Arabic.
Arabic?
Yep.
OK, so we have Mandarin and we have Arabic. Gavin and Louise said Mandarin. Let's see if that's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said it. Mandarin. Well, it is correct. 75. That's a high score, isn't it? Robert and Nathan went for Arabic. Let's see if that's correct, and if it is, let's see how many people said that. That's right. And it beats Mandarin. Look at that, 14. Only 14 people said that. Oh, it's very exciting. After 2 questions, it's 1-1. Richard.
Yeah, it's a great answer, Arabic. It's the 4th most widely spoken language in the world. Mandarin, of course, is the most widely spoken. It's quite an interesting list. Let's look at all the 10 and see how they scored. Bengali would have been a pointless answer. Japanese scored 11. There's Arabic on 14. Hindi on 19. Portuguese is in the top 10. That's 22 points that would have got you. Let's take a look at the other 5. Russian, 25. German, 45. Spanish there on 74, that's the 2nd most spoken language in the world. Mandarin, 75, and English, 3rd most widely spoken language, 97 points that would have scored you.
England beating Germany there.
It's a rare change, doesn't it?
Bit of a rarity, isn't it? OK, you are absolutely even as we go into the 3rd question. Whoever wins this question is playing for that £4,000 jackpot in the final. OK, here is your 3rd question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many sections of a symphony orchestra as they could. Sections of a symphony orchestra. Richard.
We're looking for the names of the 4 instrument sections of a modern symphony orchestra, which is the most obscure of those.
OK, thanks very much, Richard. Robert and Nathan, you get to go first.
It's like
Got a
this
divided opinion, yes, so somebody's in the cart after.
on your head, be it.
I might be getting a yellow card.
Yeah, I was just thinking you might well
Or you'll be
be.
getting a red one.
Of those, I'm going to go for percussion.
Gavin and Louise.
What do you reckon? What do you
Let's have
reckon?
a gamble, go string, because percussion's going to be low.
Yeah?
Yeah, string.
Go for it. Gamble it?
Yeah.
We don't really know. We're going to go for string.
OK, you're going to take the gamble that percussion is not a recognised.
Well, we liked
Section.
percussion. We wanted
I
percussion,
see.
but
Right, okay.
unfortunately. it's
Well,
wrong.
we don't know. Who knows if it's right? Robert and Nathan said percussion. Let's see how many people said percussion. Well, it's right. Surprisingly high score for percussion there. So this to decide who goes through to the final to play for that £4,000 jackpot. OK, strings, say Gavin and Louise. Let's see if that's right. And if it is, let's see how many people said strings. It is correct. Oof, 75. So after the 3rd question, Robert and Nathan are going through to the final 2-1. Richard.
Yeah, all the answers were fairly high and all the answers are fairly close, but percussion was the best answer you could have given. Let's just take a look at all 4 and see how they scored. Percussion right at the bottom there was 63, then brass was 65, woodwind 71, and strings was actually the top answer of all with 75.
Right, so the losing pair at the end of the head-to-head, I'm afraid it's Gavin and Louise.
Never mind.
Well, no, I tell you what the good news is. We get to see you again, which is great news for us. You've been lovely contestants. Thanks so much for playing. So for Robert and Nathan, it's now time for our pointless final and the chance to win £4,000. So congratulations, Robert and Nathan. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. Now, of course, you have a chance to win our pointless jackpot. At the end of today's show, the jackpot stands at £4,000. The rules are very simple. To win the money, all you have to do is find a pointless answer that no one else could think of. We've had no pointless answers on the show today. You just have to find one now to go home with that money. Firstly, you've got to choose a category, and you can go for these 3 options. American football, transport, or screen sirens.
American football. If it's players, we're going to have difficulty. If it's teams or American football, we've got a chance.
Certainly can't be screen sirens.
Transport.
Transport could be London Underground.
Could be London Underground. We've seen a lot of it today.
Yeah.
Right, let's go for American football.
Yes.
You'll go with American
We'll
football.
go for American football, yeah.
Sorry, it's not Welsh rugby. That would just be...
That would help.
Really would have helped.
International rugby referees?
Are you fans of... Are you fans of American football?
We watch a bit of it, don't we?
Well,
but
I watch a fair bit of it, actually.
yeah.
With,
it's all your fault,
You're now just hoping it's enough.
Well, we just
You
Yeah,
hope you
depends
watch enough.
what the issue and what the category in that is, really.
Only one way to find out. Right. Here's the question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Super Bowl winners as they could. OK, Richard.
Yeah, guys, we're looking for any team which has won the NFL Super Bowl since the first competition in 1967 all the way through to 2010. Obviously, we need the full name of the team.
OK, you now have up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers, and all you need to win that £4,000 jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Your 60 seconds start now.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers have won it once, so that's going to be quite
Hold on
remote.
to that one, Tampa Bay. Washington Redskins?
They've definitely won it, yes.
Right.
Think of
The
somebody
Canadian
else.
team won it once?
No, the Canadians.
Canadian team
no,
won it.
no.
Sure?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
I'm not sure of that.
goes
Green Bay
well known.
Packers.
Green Bay
Big
Packers.
Packers, and people may not know
So
that.
it's Green
It's an
Bay
unusual
Packers, Tampa
team.
Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah. Oakland Raiders. Yeah, I think.
Sure?
Yeah, I think they.
Well, that was an obscure one.
Oakland Raiders.
Or
Or they call the LA Raiders.
Tampa
but
Bay
Oakland,
Buccaneers.
yeah.
And...
There's your minute up. There's your minute up. So let's have 3 answers.
OK, shut them out, go on.
We'll go Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I believe they were called at the time the Oakland Raiders.
The Oakland Raiders.
Yeah. Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Which do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
The Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers we'll put
Probably the
last.
best chance.
What should we put first, your least confident?
I think Oakland Raiders. I know they became the LA Raiders, but I think it was. I'm not sure if they were called Oakland at the time. So
Put that first.
we'll put
So
that first.
Oakland Raiders first,
Yes.
Green Bay Packers,
And Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's put them up in that order. Oakland Raiders, Green Bay Packers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There they are. OK, so we were looking for Super Bowl winners. This was your least confident answer. You only need one of them to be pointless to win that £4,000 jackpot. How would you spend that if you won it?
Probably repairing the house at the moment because part of the rendering fell down this week. So that would
Oh,
be,
no.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
you had storms, or was it just...
No,
was
it
it just getting...
just needs doing. It's long overdue, and I don't think the window cleaner was very happy when it all started moving when he was climbing the ladders. So, so I think some of that might go on that.
So it might go on fixing a hole.
The cats were given it a wide berth walking around.
OK, let's see. How many people said your first answer, the Oakland Raiders? Let's see if it's a correct answer in the first instance. And if it is, let's see how many people said it. Sounds like a good answer to me. Oakland Raiders. It's correct.
That's right.
It's correct. This is your first shot at that jackpot of £4,000. It has to go all the way down to the bottom, obviously. But down it goes. It was a good answer. Oh! 2 people said Oakland Raiders. So unfortunately, that is not a pointless answer. But you said this was the answer you had the least faith in. Only 2 people knew it. It's looking very good for your other answers if only 2 people knew that. You only have 2 chances left to win the jackpot. You feeling confident after that? That's a nice low-scoring answer.
We didn't think it was going to be right.
I see. That's why you put that one first.
Yes, yeah.
So when you saw that was correct, you were hoping that was going to go all the way down?
Yes.
Well, you've got 2 pretty good answers after that, though. The Green Bay Packers is your second answer. We are looking for Super Bowl winners, the Green Bay Packers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Well, it's correct. Down it goes. Has to go all the way to the bottom for you to win that £4,000. Will the Green Bay Packers do it for you? Oh! 5 people said the Green Bay Packers, so that also is not a pointless answer. Everything hinges on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'll buy a steak in the
But you like the minute you said Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you said, oh, that's a good one.
Came across my mind.
That's a
It
good
was an
one.
unusual nickname, so...
It's an
might not
unusual
be
nickname.
remembered, yeah.
Right, you only have one last chance. This is it. Everything is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We were looking for American football Super Bowl winners. This was the answer you said straight off, was your most confident chance of a pointless answer. OK, it has to be pointless for you to win that £4,000 jackpot. Let's stop talking and see how many people said Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's right. We knew it was right. This has to be pointless for you to win that £4,000 jackpot. This is your last chance. Down it goes. Come on, come on. Oh, no!
Unbelievable.
One person.
Who was that person?
It was me. It was me. It was me. No. I'm afraid one person knew the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Unfortunately, you haven't found that all-important pointless answer, so you don't win today's jackpot. That will roll over to the next show, that £4,000 jackpot. But you have been fantastic, and you do get to take home our pointless trophy. Well, let's hope you're not going to kick yourselves too much. But Richard, what are the answers they were looking for?
Well, it's tough luck. You played so well throughout the whole show. If you actually, funnily enough, if you said LA Raiders instead of Oakland Raiders, would have got you 1 point as well.
Oh.
So fortunate you didn't. It would have been even more painful, I think. There are 3 pointless answers here, so we'll put them up for you. Well done if you got any of these at home. The Baltimore Colts, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the St. Louis Rams, who won in 2000. All of those would have won you £4,000.
Oh dear. Looking at those, do you know those ones?
Baltimore Colts came to me after, so it was too late anyway, but it's a shame, but there we are.
Oh, it's a real shame. Unfortunately, we say goodbye to you, Robert and Nathan. It's been fabulous having you on the show. Thank you so much for playing. Great contestants. So nobody's won our jackpot today, so it rolls over, which means on the next show we'll be playing for £5,000. Join us next time to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.